Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio January 9, 2023. You can experience an increased faith in your general direction today, even if it's not clearly defined, and this is comforting. By seeing things differently, you might experience a sense of growth or maturation in a relationship, or your experience and sensitivity attract people to you. A special topic or conversation can be illuminating. You might enjoy a mind-expanding moment, and you benefit from solid transits that favor instruction, learning, and guidance. Your need to expand your horizons personally is powerful right now. You're considering whether you should take a leap of faith or walk away from this situation entirely. For instance, while the moon hovers over your adventurous house of expansion, it will conjoin Neptune via that same house, which could trigger feelings of uncertainty. Step back, reflect, and reevaluate the situation at hand, and don't be discouraged by outside influences. Things aren't what they seem. You might be reconsidering the projection of your professional commitments, contracts, and partnerships because Uranus retrograde is still sextile to Neptune. As the sextile continues to unfold, you're becoming more emotionally invested in your hidden sector of merged assets and investments, thanks to the moon being in Cancer. Luckily, the lunar energy embodies the air qualities of Cancer, allowing you to consider your investments with a clear mind. If you feel intuitively ready to do so, it might be easy to further commit to merging with your partnerships. 2 weeks before the sun is even due to turn the solar spotlight onto your financial situation and money matters, the moon wraps up its first visit to your financial sector for the year today. As well as leaving you with your financial instincts and imagination fueled, this leaves you with a better read on Mercury's smart head for money and Saturn's determination to do whatever it takes for as long as it takes. Choose your words carefully. You tend to do exactly the opposite, hurting some people and might suffer from the consequences for a long time. Reawaken your long-lost diplomatic skills, even if you find it hard. Communicating in an open, honest way makes people more understanding. You are in charge in some important way, and you shouldn't let anyone tell you otherwise. Today is all about leading the way, and most of your people should be more than glad of the guidance. If inadequacies surface, they are best dealt with by quietly reflecting on the reason for your feelings and deciding what's best to do about them. When in conversation with someone new, never go on too much about yourself or the past. Talk about something that naturally sheds light on your current situation. Today's energy can make us feel lonely and depressed. Fear that we won't be able to accomplish what we need to accomplish grows when we are isolated. If you are in a financial position to hire a personal trainer, even for a short time, you may benefit from the experience of sharing the burden of getting into better shape, if that's possible. It is through continuing to relate to others that we make it through the tunnel and come out on the other side, where the view is magnificent. Trust me. Even though your dedicated, hard-working style and logical approach to problems are traits to be admired, every once in a while you will benefit from being able to just relax and enjoy life. That is what this day is all about. So put aside those ever-present work projects and spend some time on recreational pursuits. If you get together with someone, you're sure to enjoy it very much, as social activities are favored during this day. Let yourself go. 4. 3 days after Venus left your communication sector, her mission to give your heart and your relationships a voice is in safe hands. It is just as the sun moves into his final 2 weeks in your communication sector that he moves into a friendly aspect to Uranus, in retrograde motion in your relationship sector. This comes after the sun's friendly aspect to the north node there earlier in the week, with the communication and relationship gods working together to give your relationships, the past, present and future, a voice. At the same time that the sun moves into his final 2 weeks in your communication sector, he also moves into a friendly aspect to Uranus, in retrograde motion in your relationship sector. With the sun also heading towards an alignment with Mercury, also in retrograde motion, this is adding to a growing chance to give your relationships, the past and unsaid words, a voice. Our eyes in the sky. The Capricorn's sun links up favorably with retrograde Mercury this morning. This is an amazing time during this planet's moonwalk, because the sun's energy helps Mercury focus. If you have any plans to schedule, contracts to sign, or situations to initiate, it's advised that you do so today. Reap the benefits of the Cazimi energy and use it to your advantage. As you cannot know what the future holds and things can change quickly, prepare to be flexible, also in financial matters. You might suffer unpleasant consequences if you make a big investment or acquisition now. If you're given this advice, remain skeptical and take some time to consider, as the information might not be the best. In your private life, you feel like you're walking through a minefield. One false move and there will be an explosion. This will really put you to the test. Don't let others blame you for everything, sometimes they are at fault too. Remember to be open for other points of view when it comes to solving problems. Reconciling both is a difficult, but not impossible task. Family and friends feel especially drawn to you and are paying you a great deal of attention. If you've been intending to renew old friendships or resolve a dispute, but didn't know how to go about it, now is the best time to cast aside your misgivings and go ahead. You will be welcomed and forgiven, and glad that you took the first step. You have the ideas, the resources, and the desire to complete a project that is important to you, but unfortunately, you don't have the concentration. Today you are lacking serious discipline and sheer motivation to get yourself moving. Try harder. In the morning, the Cancer moon trines Neptune in Pisces, encouraging us to trust our intuition. Our imagination is stimulated, inspiring creative conceptualization. This is a particularly good influence for making art or crafting music. We feel as though we are the conduit for divine transmissions, acting as a channel for otherworldly ideas. Share your creations with loved ones and get their feedback. Are you working towards your own dream or someone else's dream? This is an important question to ask yourself. Be sure that you are on target with a goal that is important to you. Otherwise, you are setting yourself up for disappointment. Stay level-headed today. People around you may try to tempt you into trying a new idea or buying into a new scheme. Don't fall for it. You will regret doing so later on. Your best bet is to stay focused on the work you already have in front of you. You may find yourself obsessing on something that doesn't matter today. Stick to your healthy habits during this distraction, and when push comes to shove, stand firm about your health. We all feel out of control once in a while. Remind yourself that you are not perfect, nobody who's anybody expects you to be perfect, and you are not aiming for perfection. If this doesn't help quell the obsessive thinking, try getting to bed early and trying again tomorrow. Shortly following this, the Capricorn Sun aligns with Mercury in its inferior conjunction, offering clarity on a matter that has plagued us during Mercury's retrograde spin. This is a good time to take decisive action, affirming that changes must be made to open a new chapter in our life story. Illumination is a gift, but it is only as good as what we do with the insight we've received. If we don't commit to using revelations to support our growth and development, the wisdom we obtain is essentially meaningless. Today is a day to release our codependency on old patterns and narratives and make space for new, more empowering ones.